Hello, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I've got some unopened blisters and some open blisters, assembled bases of Battlefront 15mm models on the table. Don't worry, this isn't an unboxing video. This is me talking a wee bit about what to expect when you order your infantry from Battlefront and tanks. So actually, let's start talking about tanks first. So Battlefront is a company that's transitioning from metal and plastic metal and resin models, I should say, over to plastic models. And all the tanks that they've released for the last however many years has been in plastic. And in my opinion, these are the best 15mm kits you're going to get on the market. These are from American tanks and frames. Now, the first wave of plastic tanks, in they hit the beach, I think they were British Shermans. They were a bit gappy, but actually every tank I've made since the last couple of years since I've been collecting Battlefront miniatures again have been superb. So yeah, so you're not going to get a bad plastic tank kit. Now let's talk about infantry. So Battlefront's transitioning from metal to plastic, as I said. So traditionally, all your Battlefront miniatures were metal. So probably come like this. As you can see in this, you've got a platoon pack. So you've got a mix of infantry, you've got mortars to build there, you've got machine guns to build. I've got no issues really building this, and with the metal, sometimes the weapon teams can be a bit tricky. These are going to be reinforcements from my Africa Corps, but this is what you get. And I've also picked up some Bersaglieri. So weapons, mortar platoons, and rifle infantry. I love the Bersaglieri kits. So yeah, as you can see, a load of metal in the box, wee bit of cleaning up, straighten some of the rifles, assemble the weapons teams. But the company is moving over to plastic. Now there's kind of almost 3 types of sort of plastic that you're going to get with Battlefront. And there's obviously an evolution happening. And the evolution, let's start talking about these British. So you've seen these painted up, and I quite like them. They're actually bigger and chunkier than the metal models. They've painted up really well. Hopefully you've seen my video where I talk about 8th Army. Now, there is some bend and flex in pointy out bits, which is means things I'm going to get broken. Now, I think I had an anti-tank gun in the previous set where there's a bit of a bend on the barrel. Because it's a longer barrel, it's kind of harder to fix and a bit more noticeable. There's a Bren gun looking pretty good, pretty straight. I really like this material. Don't get me wrong, I've loved metal, but there's always seems to be rifles to fix and straighten. But these fellas could take a bit of bend and go back into shape. This is the Italian crew from the 88. So as you can see, 2017 there, and it's the same material as the British I've just shown you. A bit of flex in it. Now, the next Tobruk starter set I got has got 2021 in it, even though the code is the same. Now these, I think these are exactly the same models. These, the plastic, feel a bit more resiny, but I think they definitely are plastic. They do look a bit smaller than the 2017 ones, fractionally smaller, but they do seem to have captured a lot more detail. By detail, I'm talking like folds in the uniform. So if you look at these two fellas, I think are meant to be the same model. You see all the folds in his trousers, details of the hands, details of the face. So that's where the evolution has taken it with this kind of plasticky resin type. Well, I'm not too much of an expert on it, but I think ultimately what they want to do is go towards hard plastic sprues for everything. Now the advantage for this is you've got the crispness of detail. It's probably easier to produce because it's injection molded. occasionally you can get broken rifles, and that probably is not going to fix. I remember my first Hit the Beach set, which had the hard plastic British American paratroopers in, had basically one of the sprues completely smashed, and some of the Germans completely smashed. Loads of the rifles were broken and stuff. But actually, I think these are really nice, crisp models. In fact, these hard plastics are probably my favourite 15mm World War II on the market. But yeah, that's the American. So yeah, just since I was getting out, you might have seen in my other ones where I've kept my sort of boxes and jerry cans and stuff off tanks, and I put them together on command dioramas. That's my wee bag with spare stuff in it. But anyway, I say this was just a wee video where I wanted to show off and just talk about that, the evolution of the plastics, and let you know kind of some of the differences in it. I found them, they've all painted up lovely. Like I say, Battlefront infantry. I've only ever had, I've done a lot. I've done Great War. I've done loads of World War II stuff now. The standardization, I suppose that would be the other thing to mention, is they tend to do a run of something and then ship it out to the market, and then that run will sell down. So you'll get to a point where you might find stuff like this Desert Troops have sold out, and it's quite hard to get until you get that refresh range. That's cool. It'd be good to know what was happening. What I am kind of lament is they used to do loads of really nice metals. So I used to have some Indian Army troops for Italy, and some of the character blister packs they did, and those aren't available. Obviously, as a business, they want to cut down the amount of product lines and make things as simple as possible for them and the production and as supply lines, and that's inevitable as companies grow, I suppose. But I do lament the loss of some of those figures, because like I say, you can get those figures from other manufacturers, but I do have a real soft spot for Flames of War plastics. But anyway, I think that's all I wanted to ramble on about. Like I said, just an idea when I was shifting through stuff. I thought it'd be quite nice to show off and just chat about. And it's quite nice to see it like all together on the layout there. But anyway, hope you're having a great time at the moment with your hobby, and I look forward to chatting to you again in another video.